Well, look, Brad, I don't know what to say, but all I can really say is that Lizzo, she's struggling. She's struggling here with Sydney Sweeney, isn't she?
Yeah, I did not need to see that much of Lizzo's rear end at 5 in the morning, Danica. So thank you very much for that. But it is funny because we have this effort in liberal media right now to gaslight us and say no one's mad about the Sydney Sweeney ad. This is something Republicans made up. And then you just open your social media feed and you see celebrities and social media influencers melting down about it. And what's so funny about this is I actually think, and this shows you how ridiculous the Sydney Sweeney backlash is, if Lizzo had done the same thing and said she had great genes, all the people who were mad about it would have been like, yes, girl, slay queen. They wouldn't have been mad at all. The whole thing really is about bashing attractive white people. And some of these people really do hate attractive people. They hate us for being hot. And I'm sorry, but we're not going to stop.
Brad, I like the way you used the term us there. They hate us for being hot, including yourself in that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Big time, for sure.
I like your confidence. Confidence is key, Brad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about someone else with enormous confidence, and that's the Vice President. JD Vance says he doesn't want the UK to go down what he calls the very dark path to losing free speech. Here he is speaking at a meeting with Britain's Foreign Secretary.
Well, I'd say I've raised concerns about free speech in the United States of America. I think the entire collective West, the transatlantic relationship, our NATO allies, certainly the United States under the Biden administration, got a little too comfortable with censoring rather than engaging with a diverse array of opinions.
I really like the way the Trump administration is so forthright in talking about these issues, no matter who's in the room. But the question begs, Brad, is he right?
I think he's absolutely right about the United Kingdom and their sad decline in freedom of speech and freedom of press. I mean, you have thousands of people who've been arrested over the years because of things they posted on social media. That is not a free country. That is a kind of modern dystopia, an authoritarian state where the government can roll up with the authorities to come get you because they don't like what you have to say. It is sad to see that happen to one of our greatest allies, a beautiful nation with a long history and legacy as a beacon of freedom in the West. And I also appreciate JD Vance calling them out for it. But honestly, it will have to come from within. Their own citizens will have to stop standing for it, stop standing for the censorship, stop standing for the overreach, for the absurd policing. You see video after video where the police roll up on somebody for a crude joke that they posted online or for asking someone, why don't you speak English, or any other sort of thing that's just fundamentally not a police matter. Freedom of speech is a basic human right. And we should expect more from our partners in the West than the increased censorship we see in the United Kingdom, especially with the Online Safety Act just rolling out over there. We're already seeing things taken down. It's a threat to freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and all the other values that make the West great. So I encourage JD Vance to keep advocating for it and shining a light on it, because we've got to model better for the world, not have our Western allies acting like China or Russia.
No, I think you're absolutely spot on. Brad, we're almost out of time, but very quickly, what do you make of this new technique? You've got JD Vance, Donald Trump going overseas and basically upstaging the leaders of each of these countries, telling them what they should and shouldn't be doing. I mean, they're right, but what do you reckon about this?
Well, I'd rather have this than have them bumble around looking lost and not know where they are and potentially call out to dead leaders who aren't there. I'll just say that, Danica.
I mean, that is at least they know who they are, where they are, what they're doing and what time it is. Exactly. Brad Polumbo, great to chat with you. And we also think you should be in an American Eagle ad. I think you're it. You would be absolutely perfect and we would support you all the way. Good to catch up as always. Thank you so much for joining us. I think he'd be great.
I just like the way he said us. They hate hot people like us. Yeah. So I'm including us in that as well.
Well, you, of course, James. Absolutely. We'd include that. But, funny the tactics that are being used overseas now by Trump and JD Vance. I love to see it. I love to see it. Well, thank you for joining us tonight.